According to data from the Panama City Police Department, there have been 407 crimes committed in the last week, including more than 70 drug and alcohol offenses, 25 assaults, and 4 DUIs. The SMU Student Senate is considering cutting $30,000 from the intramural budget, which could affect sports like basketball and soccer. The author of the measure says that it mirrors Oklahoma's measures, which he says really haven't had a problem. Guns will still not be allowed to be carried on public college campuses, but there is upcoming legislation that could change that. 100 women have been elected to the U.S. House of Representatives to date. Supporters here at the Davis campaign headquarters are sure that she will continue to play a role in women's reproductive rights, even when she's not governor. The SMU men's basketball team won the American Athletic Conference regular season championship, and they are now conference tournament champions as well. The Mustangs fought off a desperate Yukon Husky team 62-54 in front of a hostile environment in Hartford, Connecticut. Bundle up and stay inside tonight, Mustangs. The winter weather warning is in effect until noon tomorrow. A team I think we really need to look at is the Villanova Wildcats. As of right now, they are 11th in the nation for assists. They're great at passing the ball. I'd say one of the best teams in the country at doing that. Their pace of play is great. It's not too fast. It's not too slow. It's a great game to watch. And I just think because 2015 is the 30-year anniversary of their last NCAA title tournament, they're really out for blood. I hope you got out there today and enjoyed the sun, Mustangs. We had a high of 76, but a chilly morning with a low of 57. The McKinney Avenue Trolley in Uptown is a historic way to get around. But for the first time ever, the trolley is extending into downtown.
This phase of the construction was begun about 2 years ago. It's been in the works for many years. Our goal was to get as near as we could to DART in the CBD in the downtown area.
The new trolley line will run down the existing track on St. Paul Street, cut over to Federal Street, and run back down Olive Street.
So we're within 200 feet of 2 DART stations.
The extension hasn't been on time, and it hasn't been cheap. The project cost $10 million of private, local, and federal money. Landrum estimates that 40% of riders are tourists and 60% are residents.
I'd love to get down and see all the new sights to see, all the museums and restaurants, of course.
The staff has been training for the opening of the trolley, which will begin in late March or early April.
It'll be a new experience for more people and like newer and better things.
The people here at the trolley's headquarters believe that people will use it not only for business, but also for pleasure. The trolley will serve as the link between uptown and downtown, the old and the new. For SMU-TV, I'm Natalie Yezbick. In a garage in Highland Park, Texas, a recent SMU graduate is selling a lifestyle. Taylor Miller began making jewelry at age 9 and selling it across the country at age 12.
You know, I think there's always a concern for a store to pick up a line when they're not sure if the line's going to be around. Fortunately, we were continuously at Atlanta Market and High Point Market, and so they began to see us as a staple and knew that we were going to be around for a while. They really enjoy having the story there to tell. I think the consumer likes hearing that there's a young entrepreneur creating this unique piece and it's not the same as every other thing you see.
We saw it at Market in Atlanta and loved it from a personal standpoint. We wanted every piece of it. So when Taylor said she was from Dallas and from going to SMU, we were even more interested.
Miller says it's important for young business people to have a strong support system.
My mom was always encouraging, just even from helping me make jewelry on the floor in my bedroom when I was 10.
With more than 5 trunk shows in the next 2 months, Hazen Jewelry keeps her busy.
I think for the time being, I have to go into it with the mindset of this is my job, I'm giving it my all. I plan on running Hazen Jewelry for as long as Hazen Jewelry exists.
For SMU-TV, I'm Natalie Yezbick.
The Dallas arm of the Boy Scouts, the Circle 10 Council, has yet to take a public stance on ending the ban on gay scouts, which the National Board will vote on May 28th. Dallas Scouts are awaiting the decision, but some don't think it will affect their specific troops.
Most of the scouts now that I know have sort of settled into a place in the troop, so I can't see them coming out.
I think the troop's going to handle it pretty fine. Most of the adults are at least a little bit, they're conservative in some sense, but I think they're kind of more liberal in that kind of sense.
So far, many Scoutmasters have not spoken on the topic.
I don't think he'll confront it unless something happens.
I think they might mention it a little bit, but I don't think they're going to make it that big of a deal.
I spoke with the Scoutmaster from Troop 82, which meets here at Highland Park Presbyterian Church, and he said that they've asked Scouts to consider their views on gay Scouts in private, and that they would not be discussing it as part of their program.
Whether the ban is lifted or not, both current and past Scouts plan to welcome gay Scouts.
I think it'll be good for the Boy Scouts. I mean, you know, when I was a teenager in Boy Scouts, I I might have been a little uncomfortable with it, you know, maybe with the sleeping in tents with someone you know is gay. But now, looking back, I think it'll be good.
I'd imagine, at least in my troop, if they came out, we'd be like, good for you and stuff.
I would welcome him like I would any other person.
For SMU-TV, I'm Natalie Yezbick.